Okay, so welcome to Shulamite, the documentary series, part 1, take 3. I have done this video over quite a few times and I'm not ashamed. I think everybody should try again because you never know how good it can get until you try. The story actually begins in September of 2022 when I did a fashion show of upcycled clothes that I designed and sewn myself. And I hosted that fashion show at the woodworking shop that would later become the manufacturing sort of space for these combs. So I emailed quite a few people, really only 3 people, and after some phone calls, one photo shoot, and still no prototype later, I later on decided it was best to stick true to my vision and essentially eliminate any person or thing that stood in the way of that. So here we are, it's March 2023 now, and I'm in this thing alone, but I know I still care about hair. So I decide to just take it a bit easy, take a step back, and work on what I know how to work on, which is cultivating community spaces. And I set out to create this hair care retreat, which was basically a giant sleepover. We do our hair in intuitive styles, face mask, and talk and journal about hairstyles and how our hair not being done affects the entire month, that entire week. Like, you just never know. And it definitely catapulted me and propelled me to feel more grounded working by myself on this project because I thought I needed a team in order to achieve all that I've achieved with my own hands. And it was really helpful to figure out the ins and outs without necessarily calling on this person or that person to do everything for me, but instead learning how to do the intricate details that I may have skipped out on if I hadn't been in the driver's seat. I go to visit the woodworking shop and I'm looking through the woods that he, has available, and they're all pretty pricey, I won't deny. And I'm just looking at my options considering my work was limited. It was really between commissions and a part-time job, and that part-time job was barely covering my bills. So I one day was randomly just, thinking, imagining, as I do, and I was wondering about bamboo. I don't know how or why the idea popped in my head, but I texted the owner of the wood shop and I'm like, do you think we can make these combs out of bamboo? And he's like, I don't see why not. You just need to figure out where to get some bamboo because I've never sourced any, right? And you know what? It's just funny how God works. Like, it's not even a joke, but it's pretty funny still. A few moments after that thought, I am scrolling through Instagram, maybe even the next day, I'll say, and I see this on my story. One of the first story I click, even not one of the first story I click on. And I said, oh, say no more. So, mind you, I have this retreat and I collect my bamboo. I put it in the back of my car, and still, even a couple months later, I am